A very good morning, class 11th. So here now yesterday's lecture we talked about the classification of fungi, right? Lower fungi and higher fungi. So because your exams are coming, right? So I'm not taking two groups in a day. We are going to just study today one group, right? So I have taken only class Phycomycetes with you. So in Phycomycetes, as you know that if you just look at that classification part, Phycomycetes is the group that usually have the members that is also come under the lower fungi. So members, they are found in aquatic habitats. Their members, they are found in aquatic habitats. Okay, and because of this aquatic habitat, they are also known as algal fungi because of their aquatic habitats, and they appear like a thallus. They appear in the form of thallus. Now the question, many times we are not clear that what is a thallus. Thallus is a plant body in which there is not true root, stem, leaves. They are not differentiated, right? So those kind of body is known as thallus, and they are aquatic. They are usually found on decaying, they feed on decaying of wood, decaying organic matter. So that is why they are known as saprophytes. Usually you will find them in the moist, damp places. Now the another feature is they are obligate parasites, and they are obligate parasites on the plants. Means obligate parasites are those which are fully dependent on their host. They are, you can say, for a specific stage or for specific point of their life cycle, or they for their entire length of their lives they are dependent on the host. But for very important part, they are dependent, fully dependent on the host. That kind of parasites, they are obligate parasites. And Phycomycetes members, they are saprophytes, as well as few of them are obligate parasites. Mycelium, in our NCRT they have written mycelium is present or mycelium is absent. Mycelium is, बच्चों confuse नहीं होना, mycelium is a mass of branching thread like hyphae, and we know that it is a basically hyphae, and when it's a complete branching thread, they get formed together, there is a mass is accumulated, that is called your mycelium. So it is a vegetative part of fungus, and it is aseptate because we know that Phycomycetes is a group in which hyphae is aseptate, right? This is the hyphae, and it is not having any septate, and it is this septate in which that's mycelium in which hyphae lacks septa, that is known as cenocytic. So Phycomycetes, they are aseptate and cenocytic. They do not have any septum. Now let's talk about the reproduction. Reproduction, usually that is through the asexual and sexual mode of reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction, it occurs through the spores, and it has two types of spores. One is the motile spores, which are known as zoospores, and non-motile spores, they are known as aplanospores. And spores, where are they produced? They are produced inside the sporangium, right? So if we draw the structure, as you can see, these are the hyphae, they are the branched one, right? They further branched into, and then there is the branching structure, and they are having nucleus. Okay, they are having nucleus but without septum. So now this structure change into the, this structure develops a vertical form which is known as sporangiophore, right? Vertical structure which develops here is, that is known as sporangiophore. And on sporangiophore, there is the, on the tip, there is the sporangium which is having spores. Now, if we enlarge this sporangium, on the corner at the end, they are having nuclei, and around these nuclei there is the cytoplasm. There is the cytoplasm on the outer side as well as cytoplasm on the inner side. So now let's name them. Outer cytoplasm is known as sporoplasm, and inner cytoplasm, this inner cytoplasm, it is known as columellaplasm, right? So it has two types of plasm, that is, one is at the corners, outer side, this is known as sporoplasm, and inner side is known as columellaplasm. Now, these nuclei they are at the corners, they can be one or two. This cytoplasm get more dense and form a membrane like structure around these nuclei, right? Suppose if this is the sporangium, so these kind of membrane like structures, membranes are formed around the two or more nuclei. So now, and this inner one is having the vacuole, they get together, they form the vacuole kind of appearance which is known as the columella. Now these nuclei divide, and these nuclei divide, and when these nuclei divide, more and more nuclei are formed, and this multinucleate structure when burst out, this release in the form of spores, right? So these are our spores. So this is the multinucleate structure which burst and form the spores. Rhizopus, we are talking about the rhizopus member of the Phycomycetes, and these spores, they germinate, and on germination the first structure which is formed, that is the hypha, right? This hypha has the nuclei. So this hyphae then further change into the branched multiple mass of the branched mycelium, right? So this is the asexual reproduction, that how these rhizopus divide asexually, right? Now let's talk about the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it can be isogamous, it can be anisogamous, it can be oogamous. Here I am talking about the isogamous. The sexual reproduction which is isogamous, it takes place by the conjugation method, right? How does this it is taking place here? There are two hypha, one is positive hypha, one is negative hypha, and see, this positive hypha is equivalent to male part, and negative hypha, it is equivalent to female part, right? So this is my negative hypha, and this is the hyphae, and this is the male hypha. Okay, let's, if I make it with the different color, let it make it with the, otherwise these are the at the same place. This is not exactly that we are showing it, that is showing for your understanding part. Now these are the nuclei, these are the nuclei in the nucleus in the hypha. Now one nucleus move into this bulging part, and this condition, when they, these bulging part, they attached, positive and negative, they attached with each other, this is known as progamitengia. And this progamitengia, when there is a appearance like this, right? So this progamitengia, it is known as, they act like a gametes, this structure act like a gametes. Now further, this, there is a, after progamitengia, there is the formation of septa, right? there is the septa formation which takes place here. Although it is this fungi is without septum, but only the septa formation is observed at the sexual reproduction, and this structure is known as now gametangia. After this, after the formation of gametangia, now wall disappears, right? Wall of two fusing point पे this wall disappears, and the two nuclei, these two nuclei, they fuse. As you can see, these nuclei, they fuse and they form a thick wall around them. So there is a thick wall is formed and it is known as zygote. So progametangia, gametangia, and finally zygote is formed. This zygote develops into now structure which forms a vertical structure which is known as zygosporangiophore. Why I am not calling it as only sporangiophore? Because actually this structure is developing from the zygote. So this is known as zygosporangiophore, and at the tip this swollen portion is known as zygosporangia, which is having the vacuole like columella, and then there are the nuclei. This, when it get mature, then this get burst. This sporangium, after maturation, it rupture, it release spores, and 50% of these spores, they are positive, and 50% of spores, they are negative. If they are positive, they will form this positive hyphae. So here, as you can see, this is the tip part, and there is the hyphae is formed positive, and it is the negative hyphae with the nuclei. These are the vegetative parts. Because there is no change, there is no difference in the gametes, they are identical, so this reproduction is known as isogamous, and isogamous reproduction takes place with the help of conjugation. Next is the anisogamous. Anisogamous, in which fusion of two gametes takes place, which are differ in size, right? Example is mucor, rhizopus, bread mold. Then there is the one parasitic fungi which lives on the mustard. It is the albujo. Please mark it. Albujo cause white rust disease of mustard. It is the parasitic fungi on mustard. Please mark it for your objective questions. So this is all about our Phycomycetes. They are aquatic. They are known as algal fungi because of their aquatic habitat. Asexual reproduction is through the spores, and common in the rhizopus, the sexual reproduction which is commonly one, that is the isogamous, in which progametangia and the gametangia structure is developed because of the positive and negative hyphae when they fuse together, when their nucleus fuse together, right? And after this we will start with Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes.